I made something interesting. I wanted to learn how to make my own model kits, so to do that, I made this guy. I'm actually looking to print a better version of him, so today I'm gonna walk him through my process and show you how I make him and show some areas that I'm gonna fix and how to fix. Now, I actually ran into some problems. I accidentally broke some of his parts and had to glue them back together because I accidentally broke some of the bones that are connecting, and those are these things. I'm gonna call them bones. So I call the joints bones. Bones. He is actually based on a drawing that I made back in like 2017 of this guy. I wasn't really sure how I'd get around doing forearms, so I just kind of scrapped it. So I'll just. So now let me open up Blender and just walk you through this stuff. Okay, so here's a model of my dragonfly guy. I'll move the head so you can see inside. I appropriated this by looking at 3D printing profs printer blocks in his Discord. I thought it was a pretty good idea. I hope you don't mind that I took it. And I have it unset up here so I can walk you through how I'm doing these. So I have 3 of these on here overlapping. 2 of them are scaled up by 0.140. Okay, so now I have it so that this arm can turn. So that would be cool for next time I print this guy. I'm definitely gonna remake the head at some point because it's really weird. And also the neck kinda fell out of place, so I need to work on that. And I like what I brought up with the joints earlier not being able to move properly, like with right here. So to fix that, I have a cube and I'm gonna do the same to what I did with this arm. So I copied these cubes twice, and now might be too far, but I'm just mostly using this guy to practice. I know I should be able to do multiple at. I know I should be able to do them multiple at once, but I don't really want to risk it. Oh, and I had a problem with these guys earlier, so. No, I'm just gonna file those. And I'll just save this for now, do the rest of the edits later because that's gonna take too long and I want to show you more of how I'm getting like this stuff. Okay, so this is what I set for my startup because like I want to do more figures and stuff like minifigures and action figures. But I am going to delete this and do a cube because that'll be easier. Just making sure you can see that right. So I'm gonna get everything set up first. No, what, I lied. I'm gonna need the cylinder. Much better now that you blew me. Just a simple. Okay, so this object that I'm making and putting aside for now, it's not gonna be complete yet, but what I'm making and like isn't remotely close to what I showed you earlier, but I'm just doing this quick for demonstration purposes. I'm gonna split up this cube setup, cut it up a bit, and these are gonna be the joints. So what I'm gonna do first is cut up this cube. So to do that, I first have another cube that's overlapping. It doesn't necessarily need to be I like to use cubes when cutting because that way, with less geometry, it'll make a more accurate cut, and you'll get a better looking surface area when you do that. So you can make this as you need to, like if you need to have it set up specific ways, but less geometry on the areas you want to cut out, the better it's going to be. Like if you have too much geometry and you cut it, it's not gonna look good. Well, the mess isn't gonna look good. So I'm gonna go back into object mode. Ooh. This needs to be longer. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The less geometry we have, the better looking the cut will be. The more complex the geometry is, you're gonna have empty areas that you're gonna have to try and remess yourself, and that's not fun. Now, I'm not really sure how to. I kind of want this to be hollow for the sake of making it faster to print, and I like snap together Gundams, but I'm not really sure how to do that yet, so I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. And here I'm going to copy and paste these. And well, I read that for to make a crevice have it be 0.125, but that's a bit too sticky for me, and with my dragonfly model I have had it set to 1.140, and it recommends 1.125, and I had my model joint set to 1.140, and the 1.140 is way too loose, but yeah, I'm gonna have to make a new model instead of fixing all of those, and I'll show you why here. So the way I like to do this is I go into transformation and go into the delta transformation. gonna need to copy and paste those two because I'm gonna need 4 of these cylinders on each side of this. I'll move these out further a bit. Yeah, sometimes oh, I have these as separate objects. So what I did was I use this as to just have it be a sword, kind of like cut this in half using the slice in the bow tool. If you use less geometry, then you get a cleaner cut. I want to emphasize that. Now separate. Now I'm gonna punch the crevice in these holes. The cavities aren't gonna show up until I do the other side because I have them overlapping. Actually, I can just do this. Do 3 at a time. And now that all that is done, I am going to union these, and I'm going to do one more cube, so that way when it goes through, it should have good movement. Oops, Wahoo, wahoo, ooh, a teeny, teeny, ah, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now for this middle cube, it cannot be this wide. It has to be only a bit wider than the piece bridging the two cylinders. But it can go as back as I want. Oops. And there you have my process in making models, or making, yeah, there you have my process on making models, or as with my current example, marionettes. So now I walked you through my process, how I made this guy, and how I can improve on where I need to improve for this guy. And so, well, I can't really say bye with him because the arm doesn't like twist yet. But instead, share your energy with me. Spirit bomb. Or praise the sun. So see you later, my fellow Plastimancers, or soon to be Plastimancers.